Let's start to move, ladies. Swing those arms, knees up, pull that tummy tight. Welcome back to Fab and Fit Over 40 and Beyond. And if you are new here, I'm Rhoda, and I'm so glad you are joining us today. We work on, bring the knee up and twist here, strength on this channel. Strength exercises over 40 help you maintain and even increase metabolism. It protects your bones, right? And we want to do that. Then we work on cardio, low impact, so we don't impact your joints. Arms forward and back here, bring the heels up. Warming up the legs, warming up the chest and back. And we burn fat during our cardio workouts, but we don't hurt ourselves. And abs, core, and balance, where we're working on keeping upright well into our later years. All right, kick out here, reach for your toes, warming up for this PHA, Peripheral Heart Action workout. A Peripheral Heart Action workout is a way to do strength training and at the same time, tap out and in, bring your heart rate up into a cardio zone. So you're burning fat as if you're doing cardio, but this is a strength workout. You'll see how the pattern works. It's not difficult. It is fast moving though, okay? Arms up and down. I am using heavier dumbbells. I have them in front of me because our transitions are 5 seconds. We're gonna go upper body, lower body, and repeat that 2 more times. 5 seconds to transition. That's why I have my weights right where I can grab them. If you don't have dumbbells or you only have light weights, that's perfectly fine. But if you have options, I have my heavy, a little heavier, and a 20 pretty heavy. All right, I'm gonna start with my 10s. We're going a high row, and from there we're doing a deadlift up and over, and I'm gonna transition to my 15s for that. I have 5 seconds to do it. We're gonna start with the high row, pull, release. Now don't rush through this. You're gonna feel your heart rate come up because what we're doing right now, the heart thinks upper body needs oxygen, so it's increasing the heart rate enough to send that oxygen to these muscles. We're gonna transition quickly, no rest, down to the lower body move. Now the heart has to change direction, right? And it's going, whoa, wait a minute, we gotta send this oxygen somewhere else. And then here we go, there's your transition. Wide stance, down one side, come up, bring it on over, down the other side. So the heart rate has to go a little bit higher to transition down to the lower body. And then as soon as you've kind of settled in there, we switch it up again to the upper body. And what you're gonna find as we get probably into the second round here, you're gonna be puffing and huffing a little bit, okay? And that's good, that's what we want, that's your cardio. Here we go, second round. I'm gonna switch to my lighter dumbbells for this high row. Pulling it up, elbows lead. Think about holding a bar across your body. I see this a lot. Don't do that, okay? Pull, as if you're pulling a barbell with plates on the end. You're not gonna twist your wrists with that, all right? Pulling straight up. You should feel this in the top of your shoulders, front of the chest a little bit. Get ready for that transition, it's coming. To that up and over, we'll start on your right side next time. Here we go. Let's go down the right. Here it is. Little bend in the knees, okay? Other side, just like a deadlift. We don't lock the knees because we want to keep blood flowing, and locking the knees can interfere with that, and the results are not fun, or potentially not fun. Little bend, back is flat. Only go as far as you feel comfortable where you can keep your weight in your heel. And how's the breathing? Feel that? Here we go, last round for this. Back to those high rows. Here it is. Pull your tummy tight here, core is working, keeping you balanced as you pull up and down in the front of your body. It's throwing your balance off a little bit. Deep breaths. Get that oxygen to the heart, through the lungs. One more, and moving on one more time. Go down your left side this time, nice and wide. Other side. Hang in there, we got a rest coming. Excuse me. And weight is going down. Take this 30-second rest. I am so sorry. So, you know, I've been really struggling with a bronchial illness, and I'm feeling better, but it's been slow recovery. All right, I'm gonna grab my 15. So a heavier weight, we're gonna go up and down, up and over the shoulder, and then we'll do a curtsy, or watch the modification. We'll come up and do a crunch. Sorry about that. Here we go. Up. Now pull the tummy tight here. Feel the core work. Should feel that all the way down to the belly button area. Hitting the shoulders, back and chest a little differently this time. Lighten your weight if you need to, always, okay? Or if you say, wow, this is so easy, think about increasing your dumbbells. And good, so I'm gonna transition to that curtsy, alternating, holding the weight in front of me. Here we go. Get low if you can. Come on up, same leg, crunch, other side. Work to put some abs in this workout. They tend to go well with lower body work. When you come up and when you go into this crunch right here, pull your belly button to your spine. Pull it in exactly how you want it to look, right? Good, all right, on to the alternating overhead press. Here we go. Check in on your heart rate, feel that? Now it's not like you're out sprinting, right? This is a low range cardio heart rate, and that is where you burn the most of your calories from fat. So we don't have to be out pounding the pavement or jumping up and down to burn fat. In fact, when you make the exercise too intense, back to those curtsies, right leg back. When you make the exercise too intense, at our age, over 40, brings up your cortisol levels, your stress hormone, because you're stressing your body in a way that as we age, it doesn't like. So if we can get that low range cardio heart rate, we can burn fat and build muscle. Build muscle is gonna burn fat while you sleep. And that's a great thing, right? All right, up and over, last time. Here we go. So how do you where your cardio heart range is? You take 220, subtract your age, so that gives you a unique number, right, based on your age. So the older you are, the lower that number is. You multiply that number by 0.65 and 0.85. That's gonna give you your cardio range. That's where you burn fat while exercising. Anything over that, you're in your red zone, it's not healthy, and your body has other ways, here's your curtsy, to fuel your work. It doesn't have time to burn fat. The low half of that range, so 65% to 75% is where you're gonna burn 70 to 80% of your calories from fat, versus the high end of the range where you're only gonna burn 50 to 60% of your calories from fat. Now, of course, at the higher range, you are gonna burn a few more calories, right? But if you do the math, you're not burning more fat calories, right? So you don't have to do that. You can be in that lower range, you're gonna burn more fat, and that's the goal, right? We wanna keep burning fat so that we can eat. Okay, lighter weight, we have a hammer curl, then we go into an overhead press, palms facing each other. Deep breath, those breaks go quickly. Here we go. Hammer curl, press it. Now from here, we go right into a deadlift. So similar to that first deadlift type of move, the up and over I call it, where we're getting a lot of obliques, inner obliques, that's your waistline. We're gonna have heavier dumbbells. We're gonna focus on weight in our heel, and we're gonna focus on A little bend in the knees and a flat back. So let's change dumbbells if you're doing that. Think about holding that bar across your body. Drive the hips back, weight is down right below the knees. Hips come forward as you come up, squeeze the glutes. That's your bum. You'll notice my knees are nice and soft. So I'm not doing a squat here, but I'm not locking them. So I'm not looking like this, all right? That puts way too much stress on your back. We do not want that for you. Little bend, drive the tailbone, hips back, come on up and squeeze. And we transition right back to that hammer press. Here we go. See how quickly that goes? We are not resting, we are transitioning. We're transitioning with 5 seconds to switch up our weights or do what we need to do. And that's how we keep going here for 3 minutes. I want to say 6 minutes, it's not, it's 3 minutes. Plus those 5 seconds, but they really don't change anything as far as your consistency in the strength work. You are doing strength work for 3 minutes straight. Here we go, deadlift. Toes are forward, knees are slightly bent, hips drive back, back is flat, weight is in your heels. I know I repeat that one over and over again, but this is an exercise that is great for what's called your posterior chain, the muscles up the back of the body. You have to do it right because some of those muscles, think lower back, okay? Some of those muscles we want to protect. You do not want to pull that lower back muscle. You want to train it, and that move certainly does if you do it correctly. And that means keeping that dumbbell, those dumbbells, I should say, nice and close to your body and following all the other safety cues. How are we feeling? You feel this? I do. Something I should say, I know we're finally through our hammers, but think about this when you do curls. See how I just threw my body weight into that? We don't want that. All arms right there. And back to final deadlift. Here we go. You ready for your rest? I know I am. That gives us a little hit, high intensity interval, because now we rest and we're gonna bring our heart rate right back up. Now let's talk about this next one. We have tricep dips. I know, don't turn it off, okay? You can do this. If you do 1, 2, or 3, that's okay. Do what you can. We're gonna come out, elbows go back, and we press up. Beginners, have a seat between each one. That's totally fine, okay? And I will have a modification for you for your wide squats, all right? Get ready. Here we go, down and up. So second move is a wide squat or a side leg raise. You'll see a modification window. I am going to do what's called a rack hold on my weights. I'm gonna hold 2 10s on my shoulders for the wide squats, but you can hold those weights in front of you. You can hold them at your chest, wherever you feel comfortable. And we're gonna transition to that wide squat now. Move my chair back a little bit so I can just walk forward here. Nice and wide, weights on my shoulder, toes are out. So in that first exercise, we had the toes forward, we went up and over with the wide stance. This is different. Now, if you're thinking I have pain in my knees when I do squats and lunges, just play with this a little bit. Try a wide squat. You might find your knees are fine because our feet are out farther than our knees that are out farther than our hips. So the weight distribution of your body is completely different than it would be. I'm sorry, I got a message there, so we didn't hear the beep. Here we go. Down and up. Your body weight is distributed differently, taking the impact out of those knees because the body weight's coming down at a different angle into the knee joint. So try one and see. I mean, if it hurts, don't do it, please. But you might find Maybe you can't go quite as deep as other people, but you might be able to do a wide squat. And if not, of course, you have your modification. Always. We always have modifications on this channel for knees. Toes out. We also have modifications for floor work. So in the event we go down to a mat in a workout, I will have standing or seated options for you because I know it's challenging for some people to get up and down off the mat. Good. Back to those dips one more time. We want the back of our arms to look good, right? This is how we make that happen. I've heard it called bat wings, teacher arms. I used to have a gym close to a school and a lot of teachers came in and they said they called it teacher's arms when they were up writing on the whiteboard, or back then, the blackboard, remember those? One more of these, is that enough? I'd say so. I've had enough, okay. Wide squat, here we go. This is a training technique used by bodybuilders. So bodybuilders spend most of their preparation building muscle. Then, near the end, right before their show, they're gonna change their diet and they need to do cardio to burn the top layer of fat off so that take a rest, 30 seconds, that beautiful muscle work can be seen. But cardio burns fat, but it also kind of eats muscle, and they don't want that. If they do this, they're gonna maintain those muscles and burn the fat they need to do. So this is where this technique came from. All right, we're going to alternating back rows. I'm gonna go to my 10s because we're gonna have both weights moving at the same time. Here we go. From here, we're going to front kicks. They're going to be slow. I want to get quad work. For those of you that need to modify squats, this kick out works the same muscle on the front of the body. You'll feel that front of the leg, the quadricep muscles doing the work. And if we do it nice, slow, and controlled, gravity is going to help us. Here we go. Ready? Right leg. Kick. Put it down. Kick. This is not a cardio move. Make this muscle work. How do you know what muscle is working? Well, what joint is working? The knee joint, right? What muscle makes the knee joint extend and kick out? This one. It contracts right there. What muscle contracts to make the joint action happen? That's how you can kind of figure out what muscle you're working. All right, back rows. Alternating, reciprocal, so both weights move. My mic is kind of hanging there. New mic system, new camera. Hopefully you can see the difference. And new editing. I hope this is the first video that you'll see the new editing on. And here come the kicks. See if I can make this stop bobbing around here. Here's your kick. Whoops, keep going, sorry. And here we are on this side now. And kick. And kick, good. Feel that extension. Feel the front of the leg work here. Working against gravity, you don't always have to have dumbbells to do strength work. You can use your body weight and gravity. All right, third time for your back rows. Ready? Here we go. Whew, feeling it. I'll be curious to hear what you think of PHA, Peripheral Heart Action. Please leave me comments. I love your comments. They really help me know what you're liking and what you're not liking, okay? This is your channel. These are your workouts. I want you to like them, or at least not dread them, okay? So tell me what you like. Do you like this format? I know most of you love the strength work. And that's good, because that's what we do. We almost always on the channel have dumbbells in our hands, whether it's light dumbbells doing HIIT cardio work type, using the dumbbells to create resistance versus jumping. So there's always a dumbbell involved, almost always anyway, unless it's a body weight strength for traveling, that kind of thing. There are a couple of those on the channel. So tell me what you think. I'm not gonna do things you don't like. Tell me if you like it. We're gonna twist, press, pull it in, twist, press, and pull. Working on chest here. I want you to push the end of these dumbbells, all right? Not so hard that your hands hurt, but feel that chest contract. I'll show you when you're gonna feel it. Twist to your right. Here we go. Twist, push. You feel it right there. And front. Twist, push. Squeeze those dumbbells. Feel it. Speeding it up a little bit here. Going right into my twist once I bring that dumbbell in. And I'm gonna grab my heavier dumbbell. We've got goblet squats. Here we go. Toes are out a little bit, but feet are under the knees. Knees are under the hips. Sitting way back in this. You can get low if you're squatting. Get low. Drive through your heels, hips forward, squeeze. See the modification? Doing rear leg raises. Still gonna hit that glute, but you're gonna protect your knees. Not as much quadricep in the rear leg raises. They're really more of just a supporting muscle group. Let's twist to your right again. So that's why I liked throwing in those front kicks. So we're getting a total body for everyone. Modifiers and those that have been around a while or don't need to modify. And how do you make a workout harder? It doesn't have to be more complicated. Pick up heavier dumbbells. You should, when you get through a segment like right now with the upper body, be saying, you know, it's getting heavy. Here we go. Toes flare a little bit here. It's gonna help with the knees, so try it. I think that's one of the problems with squats that can be corrected. Just changing the toe position a little bit might take it out of your knees. Might not, that's okay. If not, do your modifications, please. Never, ever do anything that hurts, okay? You've heard that. No pain, no gain. That is the worst thing in fitness. You should never be in pain. Twisting to your right. Pain is your body saying, hey, wait a minute. This is bad for us, don't do it. So why work through that? That's just gonna make you hurt more and potentially exacerbate an injury or a condition. Whatever you're doing for a workout, you're doing a workout. Did you know at our age, now this is for over 40, so over 40, I read the stats, I wrote it down somewhere, back to the goblets. Only about 10% of your peers, down and up here, are regularly exercising. 10%, 1 in 10. When you get older, up in the 60s like me, that goes down to 3%. Up into the 70s and 80, it's like 1%. Gosh, think how great you are. No matter how you're exercising, no matter what modifications you need, you're in the top 10%. So be proud of that. Or you're maybe in the top 5% or 3% or 1%. We have people from 40 all the way up to in their 80s on this channel, which I think is just fabulous. Okay, going with my 10s. We got a palms face forward, bicep curl, and then lifting up across, bringing the chest in a little bit again, and alternating side lunges. Go with this. You do have a modification. Deep breath. Here we go. Elbows stay in. You see this with bicep curls. I showed you with the hammer. That momentum and using the upper body to get that weight up. You want elbows in. They don't move. They are attached to your waistline. This is all arm. And at the top, often see this, curling the wrist. That's just gonna hurt your wrist. Keep those wrists neutral. They're in the same position all the way up and all the way down. And alternating side lunges, we'll step to your left, okay? My right, here we go. I'm gonna keep my lighter dumbbells here. Really focusing on getting deep, driving my hips back. Feeling that in the inner outer thighs. You're modifying with that soccer kick where I want you to focus on that inner thigh. Feel that inner thigh contract to make that leg go up in that soccer kick motion. That is the muscle I want you to really focus on working in those soccer kicks. Good. Now, nice loose hands, heavier weights, they get heavy. Curl it up and down. You don't want to squeeze your dumbbells too much. You want to hold them, obviously securely, but don't squeeze so that like your knuckles turn white, okay? And that nice neutral wrist here. Oh, I forgot the raises, I'm sorry. Here we go. Sorry about that. You're like, wait a minute, Rhoda, what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm not gonna take that out. You know why? Let's go one side and the other. Because we're all human. And it's okay. Now in a live class, people would have been giggling. They might not have said anything until I figured it out. Or they might have jumped right in and said, whoa, wait a minute. You said X and we're doing Y. I know you can't talk to me in real time while we're working out. You can leave me comments. Did you catch it? Did you catch my mistake? All right, let's do it right this time, okay? Into those bicep curls. Let's raise up and across. The good news is we already hit the chest with that twist and press. We just got a little more biceps than I anticipated there. Again, going back to what I was saying, if we're exercising, we're at least in the top 10%, if not even higher. So we make mistakes, we correct them, and we keep going. Awesome, side lunges. This is it. You made it. This is a tough workout. Total body. We hit your abs and core as well while we did these upper and lower body moves that are very targeted on specific muscle groups. You did it. Now I'm gonna do a short stretch with you. If you have a little more time, there's a playlist on the channel for stretches. Hop on over there and grab they're anything from 7 to 20 minutes. I mean, if you have a full 20 minutes, great. Thumbs back, open up the chest here, extend the arms. We want to feel that in your bicep and across your chest. Otherwise, we're just gonna really sort of elongate these muscles in the couple minutes we have left. Let's roll out the shoulders here. Let's clasp your hands in front, round your back. You're rounding across the shoulder blades. You're also rounding all the way from your tailbone to the top of your head, opening up the back muscles. Then we'll clasp behind and round those shoulders back, lifting a little bit. You get a deeper stretch. Understanding that everybody is different. Pat yourself on the back for being here and finishing with me. Grabbing the elbow to stretch the back of the arm. Everybody's flexibility is different. No matter how much I stretch, I'm only going to be able to get to a certain point with any particular stretch. Other side here. And that may be true for you, or you may be one of these limber women that I'm just amazed by. Either way, stretching the inner thigh here. Either way, So long as you're feeling the stretch happen, you're good, okay? The whole point of stretching, elongate those muscles. The blood is still pumping at a higher rate than normal, although it is coming down. And the more fit you become, the quicker it will return to normal. But that blood pumping to these muscles, as we kind of open them up, if you think about it, that blood can really find its way through there, do its job, which is to pick up waste. Because when you do strength work, you create a waste in your muscle. That lactic acid is what makes you sore. So we want to let the blood work right now, going through, grabbing some of that lactic acid so you feel good tomorrow. And if you're sore, it's a good sore. Grab your chair, let's have a seat. We're gonna hit those glutes. A lot of glutes. Bringing the foot up, relax the body, relax the legs. A little push on the knee, not too much, just feel that stretch happen in the outer thigh, coming up into the side of the glute. Remember, leave me comments, tell me how you did. I love that you're here with me. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. That just means when you open YouTube, you're gonna see the latest workout and come back and work out with me again, hopefully. Nice work. All right, take a deep breath. Exhale. Be proud of yourself. I am proud of you. Keep showing up. I'll keep showing up for you. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I will see you next time.